Hey Capricorn, this is your reading for the next 2 weeks, the energy that you're going to be in and the energy that you're going to be carrying for the next 2 weeks. I did already pull your 2 oracle cards for your overall energy for this reading. You got 2 very interesting ones actually. You have transformation and then don't dim to fit in. So this is really all about you kind of cultivating and really building yourself for who you are and who you really want to be and what you want to be and what you want to promote, individualized almost, kind of like how you're really feeling about yourself and your environment and the people that are around you, and also being mindful of, you know, the negative toxic energy that was around you that kind of really did harm you in a way. So you, like I said, your first one is the transformation card. It's actually a really beautiful card. Look at her in all her glory. So definitely something that is healing, because with transformation that always comes with, it always has to come with the healing. You can't overstep that, overlook that. You can't skip it. There's not a skip forward button on that. This is something that's extremely important for you to actually fully transform into your next higher self in order to surpass what you already have been in and what energy you've been stuck in. So it does require a little bit of healing from past issues, past energies, as I said before. And then with the do not dim to fit in, this is about you truly being your authentic self. And I think with Capricorns, it is a little bit not difficult for you to be yourself. You definitely are yourself. I think it's more difficult for you to be yourself and then not be accepted for who you are as an individual. I think that really does bother Capricorns. They don't say that very often, and they really don't bring that up or really make it apparent to people, because that's kind of like their strength energy. It's that overconfidence that they carry with them. But underneath all of that, underneath that hard shell of confidence, there really is that little meek person inside that really just wants to be accepted for who they are. And I think that's really important for you, or for a handful of you. It doesn't have to be for everyone. Like I said, this doesn't resonate for everybody, so don't think that this reading is going to resonate with everyone, but bits and pieces may. But this is very important for you, and maybe that is what you're healing from right now, is that strong need to kind of really be accepted by others and their opinions of you. So really, we're going to get down to the bottom brass tacks of why you think you need to be accepted by everyone, because frankly, that to me, Capricorns are beautiful individuals. They carry very beautiful energy with them. And so you just need to keep that in mind when you're going through this transformation. Don't lose yourself. Okay, we're starting out strong, I guess. Yeah, so definitely don't forget who you are along the path. You are you, and that's okay. Wow. So you may be dealing with a Virgo, because Virgo did have these 3 cards right here, not this one, but these 3 cards. They had all 3 of these, and the Hermit actually does stand for Virgo. So you may be dealing with a Virgo in your midst right now, or you may just be carrying this energy. The Devil in reverse, that's you. Okay. You may have been carrying, so this is beautiful. So you were carrying some type of negative energy. Damn, the Knight of Wands. Virgo had that as well. You may very well be dealing with a Virgo. Carrying this negative energy of just feeling as though, and the Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm just very blown away by how much these cards are lining up with Virgos. So, jeez. Okay, and the Lovers, wow. Okay. Oh, we have one more behind that. The chair. Okay. Now I know I shuffled right. And the Chariot at the end of the reading. Wow. We have quite a few repeater cards that were in Virgos. So this is definitely about transformation. It's shedding toxic behaviors that you had that maybe pushed quite a few people away that could have been very healing and good for you to have in your midst. That would have been very beneficial. Let's say that. Capricorns like that word, right? Beneficial for you to have around you. But you were just not in the space to maybe carry this energy. You just didn't have enough energy to give to this situation or this individual. Wow. Damn, I'm gonna take them. So with this Nine of Cups, this is what we're gonna start out with. This is your very first card of how we're starting out. So we have these Nine of Cup energy. Nine of Cup is all about wish fulfillment. It could also be overindulgence as well. But I'm feeling as though this is a wish, a manifestation, or something you were trying to bring into yourself. Trying to bring in to maybe build and start transforming yourself individually. But it also was linked to something that you really wanted. Maybe it was this transformation. Maybe it was this change in your life, this big change. But maybe it didn't come out the way that you expected it to, because the Nine of Cup energy is very, very tricky, so to speak. That's the best way I can put it. It's a very tricky energy, because it's almost like getting a wish from a genie, because it is something that you will put out into the world, put out in the universe, pray and pray and pray as hard as you might for it. But it might not come in the way that you think it's going to come in, or in the form that it comes in, or the person or individual it comes in. You may not think that wasn't the person you had in mind at all, or that's not the situation or the job that you had in mind at all. But in all actuality, that's what they sent you, because that's what you needed. So I'm kind of feeling that's how this Nine of Cup energy is following, because the Five of Cup in reverse is followed behind that. So I'm feeling like that is the case with this, because the Five of Cup energy is all about being regretful or having sadness regarding something. And maybe it's because you didn't realize how much work you had to put into it as well. And I know, Capricorns do not shy away from working hard for things. They love doing that. But I think with this situation, it was a little bit more complicated than what you thought. And you don't want to overcomplicate things. And so maybe that's also a little bit of the reason why as well. We then have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Interesting combination. So the Nine of Wands, upright usually, is all about continuing the fight even though that you're worn out and you're tired. But it's in reverse. So something that you dropped, or something you're about to have to drop, that you're just so worn out about, and you're going to have to communicate that with someone. And I don't think that you're prepared to do it, because you are so energetically just worn out. It's something that you were trying to manifest in, though. That's what I can feel that. You were trying to bring it into yourself, but it was just so tiring and so just disappointing in some, so disappointing in some sense, or multiple aspects as well. And so you're just tired and you're worn out. And maybe you already went through this. Maybe you already communicated this with someone or an individual, or maybe you're going to have to come up to this, to where you're going to have to do this. You're going to have this conversation or this communication with this individual, and you're just really not looking forward to it. That's what I definitely feel. You're not looking forward to it. You may struggle with communication as well. Communicating clearly of what you want or need from individuals. Three of Wands with the Judgment. We're cycling over into Judgment now. That's your next card that you have. Wow. Ooh-wee. Okay, let's get into this. This is interesting. Let me get a drink. I'm so sorry. Okay, so with Judgment, this is all about making a judgment call, personally on your part. It's also about divine intervention as well. So again, this could be something, a situation that was sent to you by divine timing, by divine intervention, because you were calling and screaming and asking for this thing, trying to bring in this thing, trying to manifest this thing. And so they send it to you, but it's a group effort with the Three of Wands. It's something you're trying to build something with individually. It could be a group of people, or it could just be another person. It could be a family member. Just all really depends on how it resonates with you. But it was something that you wanted to build, and you do have hope in it, and you do want to build on it, and you do want to create something from it. But it's something that was definitely sent in divine timing towards you. But for some reason, this situation is linked to the Three of Sword in reverse and the Six of Sword. So Six of Sword is all about moving away from something, and you are moving away from heartbreak with the Three of Sword in reverse. It's something that you're definitely healing from it. And with Capricorns, it's really hard for them to, when they go through something, it's hard for them to really drop something or lose hope in something. So then when it finally does come to a head, I think it's really hard for Capricorns to really, deal with it, especially because they put in so much time and work into everything and effort into everything. They put their whole self into things. They don't just give half-assed. They don't do half-assed. That is not a Capricorn at all. And so with this not working out, I mean, it really did hurt you, but you're trying to move away from it. You're trying to move past it. And there's a serpent following behind you in that water. I don't know if you can see that. I just noticed that. That's why I had to look at it again. It's just like almost like that gives me like a feeling of residual energy. Like it just follows you everywhere. You try to move past it. You try to move past it. And then like you have maybe another person that comes in and maybe triggers you and reminds you of these people from the past, or reminds you of situations from the past that were very traumatic for you. And this thing is always following you around. It's just, and I know that you're very aware of it. It's because you really haven't really looked at it and processed it. I think that's what the biggest issue here is. You have the potential to build something with someone, but if you don't process this situation right here that you just went through, you're not going to have any victory within yourself. This has nothing to do with the other party. This has everything to do with you and healing yourself and transforming and healing from what happened. Because I feel like this really did shed you, and you may have lost yourself dealing with the situation as well. Oh, Cap. So we cycle into the Six of Wands energy, which again, I find very interesting. Wow, with the Six of Cups. So we have a double six. So, man, this is something from the past. The Wheel of Fortune upright. An individual from the past, maybe. Someone you've known for a long time. This is about being recognized for what you've done, though, and what you've achieved. And again, that's very important. Ooh, good. Ew. Then we have the Emperor in reverse, so we're going to leave that there. So, the Six of Wands is all about having that accolade, or that, the recognition of things that we've achieved and we've gone through and we've successfully navigated without really kind of falling apart or giving up and just calling it quits. With the Six of Cups energy, though, that's someone that's from the past. Maybe this person from the past is telling you all of how do I put this? How they view you or see you, seeing you for who you really are, and understanding that. And maybe they do know a lot of personal things about you and know all the things that you've traveled through and you've trekked through and you've successfully done it. And maybe they're saying, look at all these things that you've done. And maybe they even have been there for some of those things. And you're kind of reminiscing on that. You may be reminiscing on past energies, again, like with the trauma, with the healing. Because transformation is deep healing. So you may be thinking about things from the past. fond memories and maybe even negative energies, but things that really you worked through no matter what, and you became successful. Like I said, this could be an individual as well. It's interesting. Then the Wheel of Fortune comes behind that with the Emperor. So the Emperor is in reverse, which I find very interesting. So this is someone who carries false power with them. And I might pull another card on that because I do find it very interesting. So we're going to put him to the side for a second. But the Wheel of Fortune, again, this is divine timing, divine planning. This is you being divinely guided into the situations or into the presence of people that you need to be in order to actually move forward successfully without having those roadblocks, and I should have said been having, but you were kind of, I don't want to say stagnant, but you just really didn't want to move forward because you really didn't have motivation behind you or people behind you that were really supporting you to do that. With the Wheel of Fortune, it feels though it's now bringing people in towards you that are going to do that for you. It's all working within your favor because, you're going to have your good times and your bad times, and now you're cycling back up into your bad time. I mean, your good time out of your bad time. I'm sorry, Capricorn. Your good time, not your bad time. We just cycle through that. Don't worry. So this Emperor, though, I'm very interested in. Like I said, they harbor false power. Ooh, with the Knight of Sword. Damn. It's like they feel better by having this power. Oh, the King of Wands. Damn. So with them harboring this power, sorry, I just had to pull a couple more so I could really get a gist on what I was looking at here. So with the Emperor in reverse and the Knight of Sword, I honestly want to pull it and put it like this because I feel like this Knight of Sword is coming at this fucking Emperor and they're cutting this fucker down. Or they're going to bring it to your attention that you have someone in your midst that is losing their mind with power. And you may be someone who is in the position of power. You may be the big honcho that's above everybody else, and then this Knight of Sword comes in and be like, hey, there's this Emperor over here that is losing their damn mind. Like, you're over here doing all this stuff and cycling through this stuff. Mind you, I respect that. Cool. That's cool. But I also need you to know that we have this motherfucker over here that is just losing their mind. I'm just about tired of it, and I know you're going to be tired of it because you don't even know about it yet, but you're about to know about it. And you're not going to be happy about it, especially if you are the big guy. So, like I said, be wary of this. And there will be someone who comes in with this Knight of Sword. This is very quick information, though. Like, this individual will just say, hey, by the way, I want you to know this, and this. Okay, thank you. I'll see you later. Like, they don't want to stand there and have, like, a deep, in-depth conversation about it. Like, they just want to bring it to your attention. Because I also feel like with this person as well, they just want to do right, what's morally sound, and what they feel is morally sound, and maybe right by you as well. So they're not gonna make it any more convoluted than it needs to be. Which, is right up Capricorn's alley, because Capricorn's like, yeah, because I don't have time for that. I'm doing 30 million other things. I don't know why, but I am. So just be aware of that energy that's around you. Ooh, we have the Hermit and the Lovers. So yeah, you may be very well dealing with a Virgo. Or another Earth sign, maybe. Earth signs are Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. I gotta pull a couple more cards. That's a very interesting combination. So, this individual, whoever this Hermit is, because it doesn't have to just be specifically Earth, it's just the energy that they're carrying. These people are very internalized individuals. Very internalized in the sense that they kind of process things on their own. They don't really enjoy, wow, they don't really enjoy other people kind of being in their business. All up in their business. They don't enjoy that. What they do enjoy is processing things internally within their minds themselves. You may be carrying that energy, as I said. Wow, with the Two of Cups. Damn. So, this is a strong ass bond you have with this person. It's a very strong bond. Maybe you had to do some internalizing and thinking about this individual to really figure out how you feel about this person. Because like I said, with Capricorns, they're so logic-based that it's really uncomfortable for them to, they kind of just want to do the practicality things. You may have been internalizing, wow, okay, yeah. I'm not even going to say may anymore because I have a feeling that that's what you were doing. You were internalizing and trying to kind of heal yourself before you even stepped into this situation. You were in hermit mode because you were trying to heal. You were trying to process things that have happened to you within this past couple of months. You're really trying to really just work through everything and really just reprocess everything before you even went into this situation. Because there was too much going on around you. Too much. With this Two of Cup energy, and then I have the Eight of Pentacle in reverse. See, Virgo had almost all of these cards. It's so weird. So it's like you were working on yourself. You really were. You were trying to work on yourself to really try to build a better version of yourself, I almost feel. And then it goes into this really beautiful Two of Cup energy, which is something that is a very strong bond or connection with someone. It could be someone from your past, or it could be someone who you have known for maybe just like 6, 7, 8 months. It doesn't have to be a year, 2 years. It doesn't have to be something that was very long. It's just someone that you feel very drawn to, and they make you feel safe. They make you feel heard and seen. And that's really good energy. Like, I wouldn't, in my suggestion, I wouldn't push that away. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic as well. But with the Lovers and the Two of Cups, I think that it will be something that's more along the lines of romantic. Because the Four of Wands falls behind all of that. That's building something that's very stable. And it's a very stable foundation. Where you both have passion involved in that. Where you both have happiness and you can see a future within that. It's a very stable foundation. It's built on honesty. And so that cycles into the Devil in reverse. So, so interesting. Virgo had almost all these cards. So with the Devil in reverse, and then I have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, that is something that is very, I don't think you felt very, I feel like you feel out of your element. You feel out of your element. That's 7 of Wands, that's forward movement. Wow. So I'm going to take all these cards. This is definitely, could very well be you feeling out of your element now, because you kind of feel like you've been drained of all your power, your Capricorn-y power of just being very meh about everything, because you feel vulnerable, and you don't like the feeling of feeling vulnerable. And it's because of this situation that you're dealing with this very, very strong connection and bond you have with someone. And it kind of puts you off kilter. I almost kind of feel like it's kind of fear-based for you. Because any other situation or relationship that you carried or had, it could just be with friendships as well. You had people around you that just really did hurt you and take advantage of you. And so now you're kind of allowing this kind of nurturing energy in again, and it's kind of putting you on edge. So you feel weird about it. But with the Devil in reverse, it's like you're shedding that negative view or aspect that you had on relationships and bonds and friendships. Something really was eye-opening for you. And it really did shift your perspective on things, or people, individuals. With this Empress in reverse, though, we have an Emperor and now an Empress in reverse. That's a pair. You're both kind of you feel low about yourself, and I don't know why. Because you're trying to manifest, and maybe it is, you're trying to manifest this happiness back into your life, this energy of just feeling very confident about yourself, confident about your decisions, confident about, you know, how you feel about certain people and situations without feeling trapped. You don't have to be trapped to have a bond with someone. You don't have to drain yourself and make yourself feel lower or less than. And maybe you have been dealing with that in the past, shitty ass people who made you feel that way. But guess what? Not every situation is like that. And you're trying to manifest situations that aren't like that, that make you feel better, that put your Empress upright again. So there's a natural pair here. There definitely is with the Emperor and the Empress. You're both in reverse, though. You both feel very low. Very, you are very defensive. Very defensive. But there's this Page of Wand and then this Seven of Wand energy. So that's a physical movement towards something or someone. Very passionate, physical. Like it's a physical movement. You can take that as it is, however it resonates. I'm not going to say anything else. But it's a page coming towards you, offering you something. And maybe it's you offering something to someone else, and maybe it's in that page energy, because like I said, you're starting from the bottom, building this relationship, and you're moving towards it, and kind of like, you see how the fox is hunkered down. He's like, I'm going to move towards it, but I'm going to move towards it in a very sly way, because I don't know how to do this really, but I'm going to try to. And it really is successful, because then you have the Seven of Wand. And again, that's forward, fast movement with momentum. And that's really good, because you put yourself in a very unfamiliar territory, but you were successful with it. And like I said, this could be with anything. It doesn't have to be in a relationship, but like I said, I got the Lovers and the Two of Cups, so that resonates for some people. Some people might be a promotion, some people might be a new job, some people you might just be moving towards another area, place, person, people, situation. So it's very odd. You're linking up with a Virgo very strongly, but we have the Page of Cup and the Page of Knight, or the Prince of Knight, I'm sorry. Or the Knight. What am I even saying right now? The Knight of Cup. I just went down the whole damn thing. I'm really sorry. Knight of Cup and the Knight of Wand. Jesus. So not only do we have the emotional dreamer Knight coming in, but we also have a side of like a very passionate, very physical Knight coming in. So this might be a combination of a person that you're dealing with, a singular person, or might be two different people that are coming towards you. And shit, you're popping, Capricorn, if that's what's happening. Damn. Are two opportunities that are coming towards you. Doesn't have to be people. Something that brings you emotional fulfillment, something that is also a dream come true with this Nine of Cup energy. That's the first card you had out the bat. Knight of Cup also carries on with, you know, things that we dream of, that we can dream, that we can achieve. And the Knight of Cup is all about going forth and actually trying to achieve that. So this may be your energy that you're carrying. You're like, fuck it, I think that I can do this. I'm going to think that I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it. I don't care if it's logical or not. And that's nice to see. It's a breath of fresh air, especially for Caps, because there was some ego going on here. You might have been carrying this ego, or somebody else is carrying this ego, or you're both carrying the ego. You're carrying ego. You need to release it. It's all about reputation, how we see, how we view, how other people view and see us, how we look, how successful we are, how successful we look, how successful we come off. That needs to be released real quick, because it's not going to help you. It's going to leave you in this very sad energy still. It needs to be released. It's still in your midst. This disgusting energy that you're carrying. This disgusting energy that everyone is carrying, because I'm so sorry, there's a lot of people, even I've been doing it for the past couple of months, of this ego-based like shit, and it's like a defense mechanism. It is. Instead of letting loose with the Three of Cups, which I think you are going to cycle through that, you're going to throw this away, this energy that you don't need. You're going to realize you don't need it, and you're going to cycle into this Three of Cup energy, which is celebration, happiness, just feeling free and being happy within ourselves. without carrying the ego with us. Drop it out the door. We don't need it. And like I said, I've been dealing with the same shit, ego-based bullshit. We need to release it. And like I said with this one, this is very air-like, and I'm an Aquarius, and we are all about fucking ego. We are like God complex on 2.0. And so I understand completely, Capricorn. We are very mindful of how people perceive us. And for us, more than anything, it's because we want to be perceived how we want to be perceived. Whereas more along the lines of you want to be perceived how you are perceived, but also well-liked. So, you know, I can understand where you're coming from, but then you're cycling in with this Chariot energy. It's a very balanced, very I know what the hell I want energy, and good for you, because that's very Capricorn of you. That's also a Cancer card, because Chariot's Cancer, but I really feel like with this energy too, it really does remind me of kind of a Capricorn energy, because I've known quite a few Capricorns, actually, oddly enough, and they are very, I know what the hell I want, and I'm not going to let anything else get in the way of that, because I know what I want. And you need to continue carrying that energy, but also staying in a very lifted energy, because you need to understand, in order for you to get into this Chariot energy, that means you had to cycle through so many things, and you successfully have transformed. Do not change who you are and how you process things unless it's a toxic thing. Don't transform you or shift you because you want to make other people happy or appease other people or live up to other people's expectations of you. Don't dim your light. Don't dim who you are to fit in, and transform and allow yourself to become the bigger, better version of you. You're all about taking the lessons and taking the slip-ups and turning them into lessons. So do that, implement that. That's basically the whole gist of this next 2 weeks coming in towards you, is implementing that energy. And I do wish you luck on that, Capricorn. And then within the next 2 weeks, I will have another reading for you, and hopefully when I do that next reading, we have already done and cycled through this transformation, because you're moving at a very quick pace. And like I said, I wish you luck, and I will have your reading for the next 2 weeks of whatever the hell we're about to cycle in for the next 2 weeks.